Hi guys, welcome back. And today we are going to discussing about how to handle for text box field using for our Selenium session. Okay, and text box is basically we can able to handle before handling and see uh, in this page. And any text box when it is coming to here and by default there is an empty text. Sometime when we enter something and that moment it maybe it is having a value. Okay, that moment how we can able to handle in this case, right, before any application is opening we need to clear the text in a text box field. Okay, then we can use for the function called clear. Okay, one. Okay, and another case we can able to use whether that particular text box or element whether it is displayed or not. That is called a displayed function. Okay, and after displaying whether a user can able to enter inside the text box or not. For this we need to use for enabled section. Okay, because that particular is enabled, then only we can able to do for some certain operation, otherwise we can't do that, right? That moment we can able to use for enabled case. Okay, and then final state we can able to use for send case to send the information into that particular text box field. Okay, these are the four common operations we can able to do every time. Okay, and also one more thing we need to do, what we can able to do, whether that specific text box whether it is having for value or not. After you have providing, after you have providing whether that specific text value is presented or that text box is not be null. After you enter the value it should not be an empty. That check we have to do. Okay, now in this session we are going to discuss in these five concepts. Okay, now I am opening here, I'm going to creating my file. Okay, public void text box handle. Okay, and I'm going to copy first two lines of code from here. Because these two lines are common for every time. I web driver and driver and home and driver creation and everything. Okay, that's why I'm just going copy paste. Okay, and here now we need to do for to get the element. Okay, I'm going to finding this element. Yeah, placeholder. Okay, I'm taking this placeholder value and I'm creating into CSS selector. Okay, now I'm copying this CSS selector. I'm coming back to my VS Code, and here I'm going to use for driver dot find element, not find elements. Find element is basically to finding multiple elements. Find element we are going to find a single element. Okay, single web element. Paste here and then I'm saving. Okay, this particular element I'm going to store into one variable. Okay, that is called iWeb element. Okay, and I'm storing that into an element. Okay, now we are able to store. And first we need to check whether that particular first that particular text box, we need to clear the text from that particular specific text box. Okay, for this case we can able to use for element dot clear function. Okay, this function can help you to clear that particular text box. Okay, then we can able to check whether it is disabled or not. For this we can displayed or not is true, and here element dot displayed. Okay, and element is not displayed. Okay, this is the one case we are going to check if it is displayed or not. Okay, and we are going to check the same time whether it is enabled or not. element dot enabled. Okay, and again we are going to check that element is not enabled. Okay, and then final case we have to do for in that particular text box we are going to provide the text inside the text box. Okay, for this we can able to use the element dot a send case. Send case is basically to providing for information into the particular text box. I'm going to specify okay, and I'm going to specifying like this. Okay, I'm saving. Now after we'll run. I'm not going to close because we need to see whether it is uh, provided the text inside that or not. Okay. Now expanding my test explorer, and here I'm going to run this particular file. Okay. Now just I'm going to do that whether we are able to providing the text inside that or not. We are able to provide. Okay. We even it is checked for all the kind of operations and everything is done without any issue. Okay. Now the final check we have to do, right, whether the specific text box which we have provided, whether that particular text box is having a value or not. If it is having a value, then we can able to say it is a pass. If it is not having a value, then we need to make it a fail. Okay. Then I'm going to use it here. Element dot a get attribute, and I'm going to specifying for value attribute. Okay, this value attribute, which is the value it is having, that value based upon that it will check and it will give you for value is empty or not. Okay, and I'm storing into a text value. Okay, and then I'm going to using here if not string dot is null or empty. Okay, for the text value, then my assertion got passed out. Okay, if it is not an empty value, then we are going to make it as a console dot log, sorry, console dot write line, and we can able to say text box is having a value. Okay, and else condition I'm going to display that console dot write line text box is not having value. Okay, now I'm saving again and going to here, and again I'm running this particular thing. Now it is provided and it is done, and I close, and you can see text box is having value. Okay, like this we can able to check our text box field, we can able to handle. Okay, I hope it this entire information helpful for you. Thank you for watching, and please do subscribe and share to your friends and colleagues. Thank you.